make sure to put this on.
Can I ask you something?
Police department, if I'm being recorded, okay?
Okay.
You're more than welcome to express your freedom of speech, but should you not do it to young women, please? Thank you. Minors.
Okay, we'll make a cutoff age under 12 or under, okay?
No, sir, no. And you're not going to decide. Because, you know, if you'd like, we can decide and we can have that determined in court. I really don't care, okay?
Okay, so what's the age cutoff? Just like 18 and over?
Yeah, you're not going to harass young girls, okay?
It's just giving them information isn't harassing them.
Well,
But they're still young.
yeah, they're still young, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But just for the record, it's not illegal to give it to them.
You know something? I would question that, and I really wouldn't have problems taking that into court.
Yeah.
Okay? Accosting young females with this sort of information. Okay?
Do you mind if can you give us a couple?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got, you know. So if you could respectfully do that way, I mean, you know. Obviously you do this usually, and this is why you have the video recorder.
Yeah, I do it a lot, and I get a lot of thank yous from young women.
No, I understand.
You know.
But can't you, there's other people other ways you can do this.
Well, first of all, I can't tell by looking at them their age. Second of all, I can't tell if they had an abortion or not by looking at them. So I have to give it to everybody. You're going to get a few complaints here and there. I'm keeping it to a minimum. I'm only targeting the teenagers because if you give it to them after they had
Who are you affiliated with?
Am I being interrogated for legal activity? Is that what?
No, it's not custodial interrogation.
Okay, I'm not giving out any personal information. Okay.
I mean, I've identified myself as Lieutenant Pupa, Wilmington Police Department.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I'm being upfront. I know I'm being recorded.
You need to identify yourself because you know you're a government official. I don't need to because I'm a citizen. I'm protected.
Okay. If you'd like, I mean, we can have an officer stand here the whole time. And we could just play this game. I really, you know.
Well, I have to do my job. It's a public service announcement. This is a matter of life and death. Women who have abortion suffer severe depression afterwards because you know why?
I can respect your opinion. Just the way you choose to express it, we have some concerns with. And you probably know about freedom of speech. It's not unlimited, right? I mean, time, place, you know, things of that nature. I mean, if you're versed on the First Amendment, you know. So I would argue young girls probably not appropriate. And like I said earlier, I wouldn't have a problem taking that into court. So I'm just requesting.
Well, I would disagree. I would say young girls is more than appropriate. I mean, I could go down to this park here and just hand it in hand to every single person. You're gonna get a lot more complaints that way. I don't see any purpose in doing that. You know, that's ridiculous. I'm trying to do it the best possible way possible for everybody. And I determined that the best way is just to do a targeted audience of young people who are open, who want the information, who constantly thank me for the information, okay? And now out of 100 people, you're going to get one complaint. I don't see why you should shut me down for that.
I'm not shutting you down.
It's the nature of the complaint. They're very young girls. Okay, she's 12 years old. That might be a little, maturity-wise, they may not be able to handle this information. It may be offensive to them. Well, that's where we have the issue.
Yeah. So, well, you know, freedom of speech isn't based on whether somebody can handle the information or not. Okay? And so far, everybody's thanking me, and they've been greatly appreciative of my information. This is a public service announcement. You can't stop a public service announcement because it's meant for the common good of the public.
Do you have a lawyer that maybe we could call? I mean, you seem to know a lot about the law. Do you have a lawyer? Maybe we can discuss it with your lawyer.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a business card? You don't have to identify yourself, but maybe you have a business card for your lawyer. Maybe we can deal with your lawyer and try to accomplish this. We can go round and round about this all night.
Yeah, right.
I mean, is there somebody that you work with?
I have a lawyer, but he's not going to be available on Saturday evening.
I mean, if it's for the cause, you would, right?
No, I don't think so.
What's your lawyer's name?
I'm not going to give you my lawyer's name. There's no reason to be giving you my lawyer's name. Okay. When you arrest me, then you can get my lawyer's name. Okay?
But nobody said anything about arrest. We're just asking you to politely not harass the young girls, okay? And that's the way we're viewing it.
What harassment? By giving them my information? That's not fair. That's a violation of free speech.
Your opinion.
How many complaints have you got?
That's why I'd like to speak with your lawyer. You don't have the legal background that your lawyer does, and that's why I'd like to speak with your lawyer.
As a citizen, I don't need a legal background to express free speech. What harassment are you talking about?
Given this literature with the fetus that you handed to a 12-year-old girl, it's unacceptable.
All right.
Okay?
That's a baby. It's not a fetus. Okay? There's no difference.
I'm I'm not arguing with your message. I'm not going to argue semantics with you. Okay, I'm not going to argue legal birth. You know, we're not going to deal with it.
At that age, it's up to their parents. Okay.
Yeah.
You can give it to the parents.
I'm not giving it to the parents. I have no interest in giving it to the parents. There's no purpose in giving it to people who can't even get pregnant. When you're over 40, your biological clock slows
they're
down.
They're responsible for their children. They're responsible for their upbringing their children.
Okay. And I'm responsible for my own safety, so I don't need you over here.
You know something? We can play this game too. I'd like to get your picture so I can distribute it to other police departments. Maybe we could possibly identify you.
Hey, you have to get off that when you're in there.
You can have my picture all you want.
How do you like it?
Let's see this. You're free to do it. You know?
Okay.
Okay?
You don't want to take your hat off?
No.
You're hiding behind your message?
Do you want to tell me why you're investigating legal activity?
I'm not investigating. I'm taking pictures.
Yeah, but you're on the clock as a government official. You shouldn't be doing that.
Well, here's the deal.
Look.
We're not going to allow you to give it to young girls, okay?
Based on what law?
Accosting.
Accosting how? Because they disagree with it?
It's an inappropriate message for young girls.
It's not for the government to decide that. Like, you need a law to decide that.
Okay, you probably understand that the court has also ruled what, you know, you can't, abortion clinics, you have to have a certain amount of space. My guess is they're probably going to also say in and out this literature at a family event to 12, 13, 14-year-old girls is inappropriate. Okay, right?
Right.
I mean, they have argued that you can't be at the abortion clinics, right?
Yeah.
They have said that. I'm not making that up, right? Okay, so the court has curtailed this sort of activity. Okay.
Through the legislature, they passed a law where in Massachusetts where you can't be in front of the abortion clinic.
Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo.
They didn't pass a law saying you can't be anywhere else. I mean, you can pass a law and get it and zone us all into the woods.
No. What I'm saying,
if you want. We can hand out literature in the woods if that makes you happy, but there's nobody in the woods, so I don't see the purpose. You know, you can try to curtail our free.
It's the age. Okay, that's our issue. You're not handling it to adults. You're doing it with young children.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I would say that high school age is not young children.
She was 12 years old. It's
anybody?
not high school. The woman who came to me said you gave it to a 12-year-old daughter. That's not high school.
Okay. Well, anybody who is in puberty or over needs to know this information. You have the high schools giving contraception to students without their permission. Why can't I give a counter?
12, they're not.
Why can't I give anti-contraception information and teach purity and chastity and holiness and goodness to students? Why is that wrong?
Okay, we've already made a big enough spectacle of this. We're going to leave, okay? And we've asked you politely, okay, and we're on tape as asking you politely, okay? We hope that we have an understanding, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Record me all day.
No, I can't. I don't have a long enough battery life to do that all day.
You can go home and get it charged.
Plus, you're gonna ruin my ratings too. People aren't gonna want to watch you all day.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. You too.